Hi guys, this is Nox. Today I want to talk about the exam I took in June called CIPP, like the reasons why I took it and what the exam is about. For those who are interested in the exam, I think I could give some useful tips as well. Before we do anything, I think I want to eat these mangoes, lovely mangoes, sent by my mother-in-law. Let's go. So what is the CIPP? Basically, I think it's one of the best qualifications that tests you mainly on the EU's GDPR. Like, it covers the GDPR and the related EU privacy rules, such as like the e-privacy directive. So I'd say it's not only like GDPR, I'd say it's about 80%, but still most. It's offered in like various languages, such as English, French and German. But I think in Japan, you could only take in English, if I'm right. And for then who take these exams, I actually refer to some of the blogs, the local blogs in Japan for the people who are giving out tips when taking the CIPPE. And like almost always, it was like a qualified lawyer or legal professionals who are taking these exams. So I'm not sure whether that's always the case, but I think quite a lot of times in Japan it's mostly taken by legal professionals who want to prove that they have like special expertise in data privacy. Well, that's that, but I'm not like exactly a qualified lawyer here, so you could be wondering why I took it. I actually found this out like during my job interviews for the current company I'm in, and like they said that you might as well take these exams within like 2 years after you get in. When I actually got in, like almost everyone like had this, so maybe it's a must-have for like data privacy consultants. I'm not too sure. One thing, like it's good that the company paid for the exams, but seriously, it's like $550, and that's like 80,000, over 80,000 yen. So it's very expensive. Like the most expensive exam I took until now was TOEFL, and it's like 3 times more. That's quite surprising. For data privacy consultants, yeah, I mean, like you must know more than your clients at least, right? So yeah, for data privacy consultants, I think it's like a qualification that you kind of need to have like during work. You might not like necessarily like use it all the time, but it's just kind of proof that you know, like at least you have a grasp of the elementary level of data privacy and GDPR. Okay. The exam it has 90 questions, 2 hours and 30 minutes, quite long. So I can promise you, unless you have serious problems with reading, I mean, you'll never run out of time. I mean, you even have like 15 minutes. I think this includes the 15 minutes of break. So you have the choice of taking the break or not, but yep, you will not use a focus. You will have plenty of time. You will have time for double checks and others. And also, there are no essay questions for these. It's all multiple choice. Yep. So if you know it, you'll get it right. And well, what I wrote in the last bullet points could be misleading, but yeah, the full marks are 500, and you pass as long as you get over 300. So if you convert it into percentages, obviously like it has to be over 60%, but apparently this is not always the case. Okay, so there are like few sites, and they even have the in the exam guidelines that this should not be regarded as 60%. So you should aim for 70% or more, and make sure like these exams are basically divided into 5 different categories, and you have to get like a decent score in basically over 60 in all 5. So I think you should aim for 75 or 80, to be honest. Yep. So a retailer shall we look at some of the sample questions? A retailer established only in Brazil runs a website in French, prices goods in euros, and shipped to customers in France, does the GDPR apply? So this question is talking about the territorial scope. Well, basically, well, you know, Brazil's into oh well. Yeah. So Brazil and South America, not in the European Union, right? But it runs the website in French and use euros. So this part's quite the most important. It's a direct hint. Like ships to customers in France. So yeah, France is in the EU, and in the GDPR Article 3, like 2b, I think. Basically, if you offer goods to data subjects of a country, of a region in the EU, then the GDPR applies, even though like your store or like your establishment is not in the EU. Okay, so it's in Brazil, but since it's offering goods to data subjects in the EU, and like those indirect hints as well, it's like French, like and euros in the Eurozone. Yep, so B is the answer. Next question. A data subject asks a company to raise their personal data, in which the company law most clearly required to comply without undue delay. Okay, so in GDPR, basically there are certain times where the data subject can ask like its controller to delete, to erase their personal data. Well, if you look at B, C, and D, whether the company is a private business, whether they make money or not, is not important. And the money and the period is not really important either, and moving to another jurisdiction, well, another country in the EU would not be a problem. So basically it's A, because when the data is no longer necessary for its original purpose, then you cannot basically keep it. There's something called like a principle of storage limitation, whereas like if you don't really need to have the data, or you have fulfilled the purpose of collecting it in the original purpose, then you must erase it, or you must not have it. Okay, so yeah, for those times you don't need to keep it, so erase it. Yeah, so A is the answer. So the questions go like these. Well, some of them are more tricky, some of them are slightly longer, but that's basically most of the questions you will get. There are like case studies as well, which has like a question, like 2 or 3 questions in one passage. Yes, but that's like more, it's slightly different, but yeah. So yeah, I briefly talked about why I took this exam, and next episode I'll talk about more serious stuff, like more practical, and I guess maybe some useful tips. Like it took me around like 16 days to pass this exam, and I don't think it will like cost that much time for anyone else either, although I do have some work experience in this before. Yeah, but I'll tell you like what kind of maybe guidelines or textbooks that are useful when studying, my like study plan, and also like why I passed the exam but didn't get necessarily good score. I think I'll talk about that in the next episode. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and yeah, for those who are interested, yeah, you could give out some, maybe you could write some comments as well, and I'd be very happy to answer them. So that's it for today, and see you at part 2 next week. Thank you.